What's up, everyone? I'm the Kaiju no Kami here at Kumoricon 2019 with
Kelly Kane.
And we are interviewing
Caleb Hyles. That's me. What up? I do YouTube. I sing other people's songs. It's fun.
Given that you do a lot of cover songs,
Do-do.
with changes that have happened with YouTube, have you had to change your style around?
Yeah, YouTube is an ever-changing platform. It's almost like a creature in its own way that's constantly changing and forming into things you could have never predicted. Music on YouTube, and I speak specifically to music, and everyone has so many different opinions. There's so many different people are writing who are actively creators on YouTube. I think everyone's writing their own textbook that's several hundred pages long of how they think YouTube goes. And there's some overlapping in basic beliefs of how YouTube works, but there are some personal anecdotal experiences that people apply to how they think YouTube's working. So for me, with all that being said, I haven't had to change too much. Music and my perception on YouTube is feels somewhat protected because it's such at least in my perception and how I think YouTube views it, it's so artistic.
Oh yeah.
It's like it's hard to box it in and say, oh, this is inappropriate in a lot of ways. It's presented in a musical form. It seems as though YouTube's been apprehensive to do that because there have been some pretty edgy, controversial music videos that have come out over the past decade that YouTube has never censored, never pushed below the search engine, never been demonetized in any way, shape, or form, and it's all under what I believe to be this guise of art. It's artistic, so therefore you can't do much to it. So for me, and then I cover other people's songs too, so if anything like that happened, I probably just wouldn't cover the song.
Sure.
And I tend to cover also more like everybody can watch it material, so like general audience sort of thing. So I cover a lot of Disney anime, which in a lot of cases can be a general audience, sometimes adult. But so I don't have too much issue with YouTube's changes. Not to say that won't ever happen, or I haven't had some scares, but there isn't. But overall, I haven't had to change too much to my formula, and I'm grateful for that because I know creators out there. I know personally creators who've had to make dramatic changes to their format because of YouTube having to really step into a new age of how do we advertise on this brand new platform, and how do we be appealing to advertising agencies who don't know anything about streaming. They only know magazines and cable television and newspapers and traditional forms of media. So they're having to think about how do I present YouTube to those people. So YouTube's had to navigate some things, but I've been fortunate. Music seemed to have been pretty well. I haven't had to change much.
Now I know music has been a part of your life since you were a kid, and you started with the male version of Let It Snow, which is amazing because I never would have thought of that. I've heard so many adaptations of the song, but never a cross-gender, so to speak. And you do a lot of Disney, which I personally love because I am the Disney kid.
Okay.
And what is by far your absolute favorite Disney song, if you had to choose one?
Yeah, Disney is so just ingrained in our society and every part of our lives. Like I was talking with my wife because we're planning on having children soon, and I was sitting there thinking like how much Disney do I want my kid to be exposed to? And we came to the conclusion I don't know if I have a choice in the matter.
Well, no.
That's what I get. Like I don't think I have a choice in the matter on what if Disney's going to be involved, because I think they will be, and I don't have a choice on that. That wasn't to your question, but it was a thought I had.
No, it's awesome at the same time.
May our overlords praise us all.
I don't want to bite the hand that feeds me with my channel of doing a lot of Disney songs. So my favorite wonderful Disney song that I think I have a lot of favorites. It's hard to choose. One that's been on my mind recently, I did a electro swing remix with a great artist, a great instrumental artist that I work with. Did an electro swing remix of the song Almost There from the Disney movie Princess and the Frog. And it was so much fun, so whimsical, and I got to play around with my voice a lot. And I love doing Disney in particular because they create almost Broadway style music in a lot of cases.
Oh, yeah.
So that song in particular was really theatrical and Broadway. So I got to bring that, and then I got to put some pop influence in there and throw my voice around to places that it doesn't normally go. So I wouldn't say that's all time. Like right now it's on my mind. It's hard to think of an all-time absolute favorite cover I've done. People seem to really like my Hunchback of Notre Dame covers though. If the people were to vote, they would say probably Hellfire would be my best that I've done.
That is a good song, but I love how you put for some of your songs you'll put that pop kick or you'll put that
Mhm.
metal kick or
Mhm.
rock
Yeah,
kick.
yeah, yeah.
Especially in songs that you have never thought about it. When I was listening to
Mhm.
your adaptations of The Greatest Showman and you
Yeah,
were doing
yeah,
the
yeah.
Broadway, but you were also putting that really gritty rock
Yeah,
kick
yeah,
into it that
yeah.
I would have never thought of. I'm like, why didn't Hugh Jackman and Zac Efron do this?
Well, and that's the great. I think that's the beautiful thing about music that people really enjoy, and being a cover artist is you
Mhm.
find songs you love that everyone loves, and you find inventive new ways to present a song because it just shows that like an idea of a song, even presented in one way, is not the end of the lifespan of that song,
Oh, yeah.
or as many ways as it could be reimagined. So reimagining music is like one of my favorite things to do on my channel. So this is the Greatest Showman. One of my favorites to do. Jonathan Young helped me on that. He's another creator that I work with frequently, and he. We bounced back and forth the ideas of The Greatest Showman, and we came to doing like a metal rock vibe for them, and it went really well. I was really happy with it.
Oh yeah, when we were listening to it, he's like, it sounds like Repo the Genetic Opera. the way it was doing
Dude,
it."
that's old school. I love Rebo. That was I wouldn't do it on my channel. It's a little too violent for my channel than normal. But like when that movie came out, I was so stoked because the director of that movie was the director of the movie Saw 2,
Yes.
which is like my favorite Saw out of all of them. It had the most character and a great plot and really tragic. But like when I saw he was making a musical, I was like, excuse me? So but then it came out and it was great. It was like a new Rocky Horror.
And then he went on to do the Devil's Carnival.
I didn't watch it. Is it good?
The
first
music
one-
is great.
The
Oh,
first
is
one
it another musical?
Yes.
Oh, what the heck? Okay, I thought it was like another like cheesy horror film. Okay, it's a musical. I'll have to check it
Yeah,
out.
because you have the Devil's Carnival and then the sequel, Alleluia.
Dang. Okay, Darren's starting to seem pretty prolific. Okay, I need to catch up. I need to get back to his work and take a look at it.
Well,
That's what I need
being
to
that
do.
I'm a teacher, I have a lot of students that, one, they love the fact that I'm a YouTuber.
Yeah, nice.
But
nice.
also, a lot of them believe that they can just become instant stars overnight and make lots of money. And then are also those that are kind of like, well, I'd like to try it, but I'm kind of afraid that people seeing my face on there, they're going to start making fun of me. What advice would you give to both ends of that spectrum?
Yeah, to address the idea of if you're wanting to start and pursuing instant fame, thinking it comes overnight, I think that's sort of actually a consequence of relatability and being being relatable to people watching you, having such a high stock for creators online. Like when you think about a lot of these children's favorite creators, they usually relate to them. They seem like an everyman, and so in a way, it feels like, hey, that's just like me. I can do that, and they just achieved that fame, overnight. But it's a lot of hard work and a little bit of luck. That's what I always say, and I think you have to be willing to admit that. I didn't just manifest a career out of nothing, and nor did I, pull fate and make it work for me. There was definitely an element of chance that I could not. However you want to phrase it, I couldn't have predicted it, and I could not. It wasn't a variable I had control over.
Oh, certainly.
But in regards to you're afraid to put your face online, you're afraid of what people are going to say. What I often tell people is that you have to make sure in an industry that revolves so much around putting your identity out there first and foremost, and being your own advocate, that you have advocates in your life that respect you, that know you, and that want to know who you are, and you want to know who they are. So you have to have a support group that is foundational and unchanging and knows you. So whenever people start going after the identity that you put forth, you don't feel like they're taking that from you. You don't give control of your identity to faceless, anonymous people. You let the people who know you personally and well, let them have that. And so you can trust that they're going to support you, they're going to believe in you, and when people lie to you online, you're not shaken because you've relinquished that control to those you trust. Because frankly, at least I believe our personalities and who we are is just pretty much a amalgamation of the people we know and who we keep around us. And I think that's how it should stay. I don't want to give it to like hundreds and thousands and millions of people and let them control who I am. You can't let that. I can't let that happen. So I have an incredible support group around me of family and friends who speak life into me every day and love me and challenge me and change me. And I let them do that. I let them be that for me.
No, I think that's a great way of putting it, because then you can also pay it forward with positivity
Of course,
to your
of course,
fans,
of course.
so that they feel comfortable and they feel valued.
Mhm.
Like, as you said, without giving yourself away, but giving enough of your way that you can give that strength to others.
Of course, of course. I definitely will encourage. I encourage people to be as positive they can be in the situations that they're in, but also to use my platform that I have to let people know that I can't be the I can't be your best friend.
Sure.
I can't even be a good friend because I don't know you. And there's sort of a weird situation where creators online are very transparent with their lives, you know, and there's somewhat of an expectation to be very giving of your life and what you do and sharing your intimate details. But I don't want to, first of all, I want to reserve that for people private in my life, and I think people should. I think intimate, touchy details of your life, you want to trust people you know with that, and that you've gotten a chance to know them and know what they are and who they are. And especially if I'm going to reveal those details about my life, it's only fair that you're allowed to share with me the intimate details of your life. And if there are 1,000 people in a comment section telling me the darkest places of their soul, and there are 1,000 of them, I can't respect it. I can't in any way reach that. And if I have a platform, I just want it to be, hey, I'm here to entertain you. I'm here to give you a good time. I'm here to relate to you on what we love and passionate about, this thing we have in common, and have a good time and you know, chat passively about whatever we're doing. But when it comes to connection, when it comes to intimacy, please, please, please find the people near you who will respect the time that you have and respect who you are. That's what I want to push for.
No, I think that's a great way of looking at it too.
So our time's up. What social media links can people find you at?
I do my best to make it easy to find me. I just, Caleb Hyles, my name, just as it is, CalebHyles. TikTok is the new one the kids are into these days, so that's there too. So it's Instagram, Twitter, social, or YouTube, LinkedIn, like I don't know, Pinterest. All of them is just Caleb Hyles, and it's right there, easy to find. And if you like music, if you like hearing different interpretations of your favorite songs, check it out. You might like it. I work with some really cool people, so I think there might be something for you.
Well, thank you so much for your time.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
It's
you.
been
Of
a
course,
pleasure.
absolutely. It's been a pleasure.
And
Too.
until next time, bye.